All right. Well, welcome back, Tony Pitts.
Back again.
Lots and lots of questions. Again, thank you all for sending in your questions. You guys are talking. Y'all want to know some things from Mr. Pitts. So, another part of what we were talking about in a previous segment was your footwear company, your sneaker store. So one of the questions was, did you dabble in clothing as well?
How about that clothing? Huh?
Clothing.
I guess everybody's probably done clothing at some point or another, right? Whether it's everybody, I want to make a t-shirt company or a hat company or something like that. So to answer that, yeah, I did. My first one, wow, it's taking me back. I partnered up with a guy named Snook Chaos. Shout outs to Snook. He was an extraordinary designer. He sewed, and he had a company called Blackboard, B-L-A-K Boy. We was teenagers, like 18, 19, and so yeah, he would sew up crazy colors and stuff like that, and we would rock it around town, and it was pretty cool. So it was mostly a lot of custom. He would do a lot of custom work for a lot of people. So that was cool. That was early on. Then I think I did a line to teach my wife a lesson. So
what a lesson I got, huh?
Yeah, funny story. So my wife is, if anybody know her, she's a TV head. She watched a lot of TV, in particular reality TV shows, which I won't talk nothing about that in case I end up with one day.
Uh-oh.
But in any event, she would watch the shows and, oh, this one got a clothing line and they blowing up and this and that, and I'm like, yeah, they're on television. They got millions of viewers, so yeah, it's easy for them to kind of blow up. Nah, they could do it, blah blah blah. So I was like, all right. So I had a couple designs in the stash. So one of them in particular she liked, called What You Wear, and I had like a face to it, and I had like different. So I had like this angry face with like different sayings. So you got shirts in the house, like one was like what you looking at, one was like what you want, so it was just what you
doing,
and I think some of the inspiration was like, when the kids, for some reason the kids like to wear underwear they wear their clothes but you can see their underwear for some reason. So I thought, wouldn't it be neat if your underwear actually said something? So, that's where it came from. You would look and it'd be like what you looking at or stuff like that. So long story short, so I said, all right, you think you got what it takes to do a clothing company, and you like this design, and you think that you make it, everybody will come, then let's see. So we bought all these shirts. We bought all these shirts. I mean, it's an expensive lesson, but it's one that we don't have to repeat anymore.
I got plenty of nice shirts to wear now.
So we made the shirts, love them, gave them out to a couple people, but we ain't sell them. But
what was the lesson?
Well, the lesson was that a lot goes into a brand that most people don't know behind the scenes in order to make a brand actually function and work. To get those sales to generate. It's a long process, and it might television and some people make business seem like it's simple. Oh, you do this, you that, and then it's easy. Like, oh, I'm gonna be a YouTube star and I'm gonna have all these millions of hits, and you got 3 views, and you don't understand why. Is because it's just like a car. It's a machine under every hood, and a lot of times we just see the surface of the car and we really don't understand the science of the mechanics behind it. That was kind of my lesson, and I think she got it.
Totally got it. Got it.
Yeah. So
Years ago.
So I did some other things when we did custom. We did a lot of custom orders with our clothes when we were in the gallery. One cool story. Somebody actually bought all the clothes off my back, including my shoes. We were in the gallery at one of our first stands, which is a mall in Philly, and I had made this Dickie suit, but it was a jumpsuit. And me and my partner Reg, we put back in the day, Coca-Cola and Pepsi fashion was a thing. I mean, it's long since died. So we found Coca-Cola fabric, and I cut it all up. I think I got pictures of it.
Wow.
And I had it on the Timbs, on the boots. I had it on the hat, and somebody was coming from upstate, from New York or somewhere, and our particular business was custom. So you would have to drop your clothes off, we customize it, and you send it back. But he wanted something now to take back. He was like, nah, this is fly. I gotta take something. And he was like, what's your size?
Well, dang.
So I was like, well, what you mean? He's like, let me see, So he took my boots and my whole jumpsuit and my hat. I had to go into the mall, change my clothes, and he literally bought it off my back. I think it was an obscene amount of money, but hey.
Wow.
Yeah, so he bought the clothes right off my back.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that was crazy. But yeah, we did. I guess as far as a clothing brand, I guess that would probably be the closest to it. We've done a lot of things with footwear, a uniform company and all that, but I wouldn't really say that's a clothing brand, right?
Nah.
Yeah. So yeah, that's my clothing brand story. I do, however, I got a lot of ideas in my little idea box that I keep in my basement. So there's some cool concepts I would like to release. Maybe we'll do a segment where I open up my box and just show everything.
Show the folk your box.
Like past and present and future. So I want to shout out. So my son has a good idea for a clothing brand. Justice. It's NOBS. It stands for New Breed of Black. And his concept is to kind of change the stereotypes of young, well, not even young, just African Americans in general, by making just more upscale clothing and really trying to make it cool, and just creating this new breed of an image for young African Americans to kind of identify with. Giving an option other than, maybe the hip hop clothing thing that's out now. No shade against that, but it's just another.
Yeah, lots of people are doing like boutique type branding or branding their own.
Yeah, just something that creates just a different image altogether. And my take on that was to do a brand called just Breed, and then that Breed would kind of exemplify the examples that he wants to kind of showcase for African Americans. So
Okay.
But,
that's cool.
Yeah, but I've been involved with other people's brands and helping with marketing and all that.
So here's a question that just popped out for me. So I heard the name of the company that Justice is thinking about, and you adding some of your wisdom to it and your thoughts to it, and then maybe changing the name of it. Where and why? Where does that come from? Like, what caused you to say, well, maybe Breed, or like, because I think there's something there to say about your thinking in that space.
Because I would want it to. I think Breed kind of gives it more of a stamp, and I didn't want to be bam in your face. New breed of black. I didn't really want to make a sentence out of it, but sometimes you can make a statement without making a statement.
Right.
You'll see the brand and it'll be Breed, so it'll be more subliminal.
Okay.
Than like with Fubu, for us by us, but he didn't use the whole for us by us. He just said Fubu.
Right.
So I would just do breed.
So it's almost that I think you've mentioned before, word in the mind kind of thing.
Right, a word in the mind, and breed would just be a brand, and you would see what the brand represents, and the imagery, the videos, it would be a lifestyle brand. So you would see African Americans in different lights, I'll say.
All right, well, that's it for this question. We have a few others. Yeah, it was an interesting question that led us into some other spaces. But again, keep the questions coming. Keep them coming in.